Live from the 24-hour tracking center, this is a winter weather alert.
Good morning, everyone. It's 5 o'clock. I'm Emily Leonard.
I'm Brett Thomas, starting things off this morning with a little bit of that going on right behind us there. The snow already falling this morning. It's not going to stop either.
That's why our crews are all over the story, getting you ready for the day ahead. We're taking you live out on the roads to show you what you can expect to see. And we're tracking just how much snow is going to fall.
And we're starting things off with meteorologist Terry DeBoer. She's got a look at what we are seeing right now. Terry?
Well, as the snow bands ramp up, the most important thing we feel like we can do here in the 24-hour tracking center is pinpoint the time when the most intense snow is going to fall. Now, of course, yesterday that was between 11 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the evening. So after the morning commute and just as the evening commute was really energizing, we were starting to see the snow amounts taper down. Now today, unfortunately, over the next couple of hours, the snow is really going to energize here. And you can see here on Storm Track Live Radar, we already have widespread snow across the area. And I just want to show you here what we're tracking for you out over Lake Michigan, back into southern Wisconsin, and also into Illinois. The leading edge of the next batch of really heavy and intense snow will be arriving along the lakeshore sometime between 7:30 and 8 o'clock into the US 131 corridor just before 9 o'clock. But again, any place you see this area of intense snow across the lake from northern Illinois into southern Wisconsin, that's when we will see, again, the potential for some heavier snowfall. By the way, I also want to track the back edge right around Cedar Rapids of the really intense snow arriving along the lakeshore a little before 1 o'clock to Kalamazoo a little before 2 o'clock this afternoon, and tracking the back edge into Grand Rapids again a little before 1. So the timeline today, the heaviest of the snow is going to fall here this morning from the 6 o'clock hour through noon today or shortly thereafter, and then the snow becomes a little less intense. But again, the road crews have had to turn their full attention to just the main roads, so those secondary and side roads and the neighborhood streets will be quite challenging here. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, Laura Velasquez has been digging into exactly how much snow we are projecting for today, and she'll bring an aerial outlook within the next 2 minutes.
We want to turn our focus now to the roads. You're going to want to give yourself plenty of extra time this morning and take it slow. We sent 24-hour News 8's Amanda Jarrett out on the highways and the side roads this morning. She joins us now live from Wayland. So Amanda, what have you seen so far?
Emily, right now we're here in Wayland. We just pulled off of US 131. I want to show you what we're seeing here. You can see this is a good indication of some of these side roads you're going to see this morning. Snow covered, icy. Now we've been in contact with 9 of our counties here in West Michigan, talking to dispatchers from Kent, Ottawa, Allegan, Barrie, all over the area. So far, they're not seeing any accidents, no major slide-offs, but here's why. Keep in mind, it's only 5 o'clock. This is going to get worse throughout the morning, and we're going to see higher traffic volume as the morning continues. You heard Terry talking about this is going to ramp up during the morning commute, so don't be fooled by that information just yet. It could get worse here out here this morning. I want to show you a picture we snapped just a little bit ago on our drive. US 131 southbound. It definitely got worse as we got further away from Grand Rapids. You could see snow-covered roads. We were going about 50 miles an hour. It's icy out there. Again, the snow continues to fall. We just talked to our web producer who was driving in from Kalamazoo County. He said his drive was very icy this morning, so just keep in mind we're going to be following this throughout the morning. It's going to get worse. We're going to see the snow ramp up. We're going to be in touch with our dispatchers. We're going to get back in the car, keep heading towards Allegan County. We're going to bring you another live report coming up at 5:30. Live in Wayland, Amanda Jarrett, 24-hour News 8.
All right, thank you, Amanda. You're going to want to take your time on the roads this morning. Just check out what a camera mounted on an Eagle towing truck caught there as that car just goes right off the side of the road there into the median. A lot of trouble out there. Nobody hurt in either of the crashes you see there, but they are good reminders of what slick roads are capable of. And we're not the only ones driving when the weather turns bad either. First responders use the same roads as us, and they deal with slide-offs and getting stuck. We talked with some ambulance drivers about yesterday's snow. They say when snow flies, it takes them on average an extra 5 minutes to get to you. But it all depends on where you are and how bad the roads are.
So how much snow can you expect to see today? Our team coverage continues with Storm Team 8 meteorologist Laura Velasquez. She's been crunching the numbers this morning. So Laura, how much is going to fall?
Hardest hit areas, Emily, we're looking at 4 to 7 inches, and we could see a few isolated numbers that are a little bit higher than that. So here's the situation that we have going on today. Another lake-enhanced event. Even if you're in Wisconsin or Illinois this morning, you're seeing a little bit of snow come down. However, Lake Michigan is going to enhance that snow and bring our totals way above what they're going to see on the west side of Lake Michigan. So here is the current thinking. Wind direction today turns to the west and west-northwest, different than the southwesterly flow we had yesterday. And what that means is we'll see trace to 1-inch amounts for inland locations. Not going to pile up a whole lot, but keep in mind with air temps holding in the teens and steady or slowly falling through the day, that ice is not very effective, or even the de-icing chemicals don't work nearly as well as they would if we were just a few degrees warmer. So some sheet ice possible, especially for those inland locations. You get a little bit closer to the lakeshore, west and west-northwesterly wind. That is going to bring the heaviest of the snow south of the Grand Rapids metro area and likely just inland and southeast of the Holland area. We could still see 3 or 4 inches here. However, it's that bullseye through parts of Allegan County, Berry County, Van Buren, and Kalamazoo County. 4 to 7 inches. Looks like the heaviest snow for them is going to fall between about 8 a.m. and noon. Snowfall rates could be around, if not a little bit better than 1 to 1.5 inches per hour. And I really think even across most of the area we'll see those snowfall rates start to increase after about 6 a.m. So certainly conditions this morning only going to get worse out on those roads.
We're going to be tracking the snow all morning long. Make sure to stay with us. Wood TV even after daybreak. We'll be bringing you live reports throughout the morning and on 24 Hour News 8 at noon. We'll also have the latest conditions on woodtv.com, and make sure to download our app to take your forecast on the go.